Okay, here we are. It's been 10 weeks. The cut's over. It's time to see if I hit my weight loss goals. All right, so here we go. Let's get into these final results here. My starting weight at the beginning of the cut was 225. And then today, when I weighed in this morning for the final time, I was 207.4. So that's just over 17-pound weight loss. Definitely noticing some differences in the physique here. Love handles are looking better. This back shot is one of my favorite before and afters. I think it's coming in nicely. So, all in all, some great progress. Still got a ways to go, but I'm happy with how far I was able to come in 10 weeks and just kind of keep pushing through and getting better. Okay, yeah, so we made it 10 weeks down. I'm definitely not done with my cut, but that's one of the main reasons I want to make this video was to show what's possible in 10 weeks. I have some events, so I'm going to be taking a little bit of a diet break, try to be more at maintenance, and then I'm going to get back into it. I am going to get down under 200 pounds this year, so still got to hit that goal. But for the 10 weeks, I'm really happy with those results. The amount of weight that I lost ended up being about 1.7 pounds per week, which is pretty fast, pretty aggressive, but I knew that I had this short amount of time and kind of a lot to lose. I kept a calendar the whole time that I was on this cut and I would make an X on each day, and I decided that one strike of the X was calories and one side of it was steps. So if I hit my calories and hit my steps, I would do an X. So I hit my steps every day, so I had the half slash on every day of the calendar, but I had 5 days of only one slash. That means I went over my calories on 5 out of the 70 days, which is about 7% of the time I didn't stay within my goals, which if you think about it, 5 days doesn't sound like that much, but 7%, that is a little high. But anyway, I'm still happy with that number. Most of those days that I was over, I was way over. But I just thought that was interesting. That was something you could try in the future. I printed off a 4-month calendar because I'm probably going to be going into June too. So maybe print off the calendar. It helped me to have the visual thing and then help to check off visually to see some progress at the end of the day. So something worth a try that I think I would definitely do again. Something else I want to talk about for this cut that I did was kind of the slow start that I had. I had my calories a little high at the beginning. I was kind of just trying to get my body used to things, but for about the first 2 weeks, I lost very little weight and I was a little discouraged. So I dropped my calories pretty significantly. I was at like 2,600 at the beginning. I cut it down to 23 pretty fast. And then a lot of days I was down between 23 and 2,200. If I could go back and do it again, I'd probably start more like 2,400 in those first couple of weeks. I probably could have made a little quicker progress in the beginning, and it was also kind of discouraging right in the beginning, but obviously we pushed through and they were still able to hit the goal. Something else that I did differently with this weight loss phase that I haven't done in the past was I was a little bit more flexible with my calories. The day after a cheat day, or whatever you want to call it, an off-plan day, I would a lot of times wouldn't be as hungry, so I would lower my calories that day by like 300 to make up for the deficit a little bit that way. So in the past, I feel like I've been really strict with, if you go over the next day, don't drop your calories, don't do anything extra, which I think is good advice for the most part, but I feel like I was just able to experiment a little bit more, and I feel like it paid off. I didn't, drop my calories by 1,000 the day after a cheat day, but I did a few hundred, and I think it helped me get back on track. Some of the other benefits I've noticed other than the weight loss, a few things. Number one was probably my sleep. Right before I started, I feel like I was getting hot in the night a lot and just had a lot of weird temperature regulation stuff. Been sleeping a lot better. I've been tired, kind of in a good way. At the end of the day, I'm just ready to go to sleep and I pass out pretty quick. Secondly, was something else I noticed was my cardio. I went on a couple runs right before I started this journey, and they went really poorly. my mile times were like in the 11 minutes. That's really slow for me, and I wasn't happy with that at all. I felt super winded. I felt really heavy. I've gone on a couple runs recently, and I've had my mile times more in the 9-minute range. It's much better. I felt really bouncy and light, and just it's felt really good. That's been awesome. So I've been noticing that. I also wanted to bring up my heart rate. Before I started this challenge, my heart rate was about 61 beats per minute resting. The last few days, it's been at 52 pretty consistently. So almost a 10 beat drop. So that's pretty cool to see some non-scale victories. Finally, my clothes, I feel like my clothes have been fitting a lot better. I've been tightening my belt a lot more. Some of my shirts that I didn't feel super comfortable in at the beginning have been fitting again. So that's been really cool too. So all in all, definitely worth it. There's been some challenges. I've been, a little bit tired, a little bit unmotivated some days, but I feel like I was able to push through and it was definitely worth it. If you're thinking about giving it a try and you have 10 weeks, just know that you can make some pretty good progress in 10 weeks. Okay, so that wraps it up for the summer cutting series. Thank you guys for watching. If you haven't watched the other videos, you can go back and watch those. If you guys want to support the channel, you can give this video a like, and you could comment anything, I don't care, comment. And if you could subscribe, I'd really appreciate that a lot. It helps the channel out more than you know. So thanks again for watching. More videos coming up soon. We'll see you guys later.